Code switching comes in a lot of different forms. It can be everything from the way you speak, your vernacular, hiding an accent, to full out not communicating or sharing elements of your identities where folks might be making an assessment or a judgment about your value or your worth. I've been consistently doing my nails since my freshman year of college. It's just a way of being and a way of life for me and who I am, because at the end of the day, what we're looking at is art on my hands, and I get to rock it every single day. So like, who says that's not professional? My name is Suezette Yasmin Robotham. I'm northern born, southern reared, island infused. I am a talent acquisition exec in tech, and I live, work, play in Brooklyn. My style is decisive and intentional. I have watched male leaders, specifically white male leaders, that are also viewed as being decisive and direct, be cheered on. And when I have shown up in conversations, especially for the work I do, and been direct, oh, Suezette, like, you're being emotional, or, you sound really angry. And I'm like, I'm not angry. My tone has not changed. I think we have to be cognizant of what that means for experiences, especially Black women in the workplace. Not only in some instances am I the only person or the only one leading, but now if I speak up or don't communicate in a certain way, my message can't be heard in the same way as a peer. What I will not compromise on is being able to lean in and lead and show up as who I am as a person. I have always been fully aware of the significance of using your voice, and always very aware of the importance of my voice. My father very much was like, I need her to lean in to being able to communicate what she feels. He was always a person that let me reason with him. I could debate him. I could have an argument with him. My mom was the first person in my entire family to come to the United States of America. The lessons that she's taught me is, even in the face of impossibility, any and everything is possible. Good morning, Mommy.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good. I'm in the backyard finally.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
How would you describe me as a child? Like, what words would you use to describe how I was as a little girl?
Brave, authentic, sense of humor.
Do you remember when Daddy on Sunday would do my nails? And every week he said, if you come back here with your nails bitten, what he's going to do, he's going to clip them. You think that's when I started being obsessive about my nails?
Yes.
The very first time I could name in my life that code switch was when it came to talking about food in elementary school. So it tells you like how long people begin that hiding of. I would go to school and lie about what I ate for dinner because I did not want people to know that I had chicken foot soup, which is like one of my favorite soups. I didn't want to be othered, and I didn't want to be shamed. And I would say that code switching comes from a place of shame and not wanting to be shamed in that otherness.
Love you forever. Stay blessed.
Love you most. I'll talk to you later.
You.
Thanks, Mama. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
I am aggressive and opinionated about what I know needs to happen in order to actually really cultivate talent, especially from communities of color. When you are in a space trying to make incremental change, you have to actually build a relationship with these communities. My former coworker, Colin was like, yo, like, Suezette, I really think that you should do a TED Talk, and you should do a TED Talk speaking to the work that you're leading in diversity. I had to forevermore be thankful to Colin Stokes for seeing something in me and extending that invitation.
Nothing can prepare you for showing up to an organization and realizing that who you are is not who you get to be on a regular basis. How many people have covered or hidden a portion of your character, who you are, your identity in the workplace, by a show of hands? Deloitte recently released a study on covering in the workplace and found that nearly 61% of over 3,000 diverse participants regularly hid some aspect of who they were in the workplace on a daily basis.
It is my life's purpose and my life's work to disrupt systems that don't afford my community, communities of color, folks from underrepresented groups, fair and equitable access and opportunity in whatever the cause is.
I got you.
No, we love you.
What I'll say is like dope about all of you is I'm very proud having seen each of you on your journeys. Amazed and impressed by your growth. That's also like when I was thinking about like who I wanted to spend time with this afternoon, I was like, who can I bring into this space to like just really talk about how you are grounding yourselves. You are starting a new role, leading schools.
So this is the first time that I've had a black man as a manager, a man of color. And it's also the first time where I feel like I am trusted to make decisions and I have the autonomy and the respect to do so. And it feels really affirming.
That's all anybody ever wants when they like step into a role, no matter what it is, right? Like it's to feel like you hired me to do a job and like trust me that I'm gonna get that job done.
When you talk about, for instance, code switching as it just being some kind of like verbal manifestation of how you communicate, but I actually think, especially for Black people and for our community in particular, it translates into how we dress. It translates into how we think about our hair. It translates into our nail lengths.
You know, what's reiterated to me as a Caribbean American and Jamaican American is like twice. I had this conversation with my mother last week. You have to be twice as good. And I said, I refute that. It was like, I believe in abundance as I authentically show up.
I will never forget, and I'm not gonna say the company name, but it was my first job. And I will never forget this woman when I took my twist out and she was like, oh, I like your hair much better like this. The fact that like you're negating this like natural kinky twist that I have is like, it makes you feel like you're shrinking yourself.
I'm a result of a community of women that supported my mother in raising me. I'm the product of a community of leaders that may not know each other but have supported my professional journey. I'm a product of a community of folks that have just loved on me and have cared for me over the years. I wouldn't be who I am in isolation. An inauthentic life limits your ability to really access and realize your full potential. And the world doesn't get to experience the fullness of you. I live my life by a code of be bold, be brave, be authentic, and be vulnerable. Anything counter to that, I can't do.